Welcome to Ali's Way YouTube channel. Today in this video we are going to discuss World Trade Organization in our playlist International and Regional Organizations. So before starting our video, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon. So first of all, we are going to discuss the history of World Trade Organization. WTO was formed on January 1, 1995. WTO is not the first organization for world trade regulations. So before this, there was another organization which was known as General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade (GATT). So basically, this was formed in 1947. The countries of the world formed this with idea that it would be replaced by a specialized agency of United Nations called International Trade Organization, abbreviated as ITO. So the ITO never materialized, but the GATT, the organization which was formed uh, for some time to be replaced, proved remarkably successful in liberalizing world trade over the next 5 decades. GATT was functional for 47 years of time period. So it was to much extent was very successful. By late 1980s, there were calls for a stronger multilateral organization to monitor trade and resolve trade disputes. Uh, Following the completion of Uruguay around 1986-1994 of multilateral trade organization, negotiations, the World Trade Organization began operation on January 1st, 1995. This was short history of World Trade Organization. Now we are going to discuss the objectives, main motives of World Trade Organization. Why this organization was formed. So WTO International Organization was established to supervise and liberalize world trade. It was formed to remove conflicts in economic means trade and economic developments and to remove complications while trading between two or more countries with one another. So the WTO has six key objectives, which are to set and enforce rules for international trade. There must be certain rules and regulations for world trade to be followed, and these rules and regulations would be set by WTO for its member countries. And apart from this, second key objective of WTO is to provide a forum for negotiating and monitoring further trade liberalization. The third objective is to resolve trade disputes if there arises any trade dispute between any of two or three countries of three member countries of World Trade Organization. The WTO will resolve their trade dispute by following its charter, following its rules and regulations, which are set by the member countries of WTO by themselves. So the fourth key objective of WTO is to increase the transparency of decision making process. Fifth one is to cooperate with other major international economic institutions involved in global economic management. The sixth one, which is the last objective of a World Trade Organization, is to help developing countries uh, benefit fully from the global trading system. The last objective of WTO is to build, to support developing countries and to carry out their trade with the other developed countries. So these were the objectives of World Trade Organization. Now we will discuss the organizational structure of a World Trade Organization. There, the main parts of WTO are two, which are further divided but we will not discuss their further division. We will only discuss in this video the main two parts of World Trade Organization, which are Ministerial Conference and the General Council. Ministerial Council is composed of representatives of all WTO members. The representatives are of ministry level of those countries, so they are required to meet at least every 2 years, and which can take decision on all matters under any of multilateral trade agreements. So this is the highest authority. Ministerial Conference is the highest authority in WTO, in World Trade Organization. So apart from this, there is another part of World Trade Organization, which is General Council, and the main uh, main function of General Council is the day-to-day work of World Trade Organization to be carried out. The General Council is composed of all WTO members, which is required to report to Ministerial Conference. So here is the catch. So apart from that, as well as conducting its regular work on behalf of ministerial conference, means the General Council will meet on monthly basis or on weekly basis, and they will do day-to-day work on behalf of ministerial conference. So further, the council, General Council, convenes in two particular forms, which are as a dispute settlement body. Means General Council is also a dispute settlement body to oversee dispute settlement procedures. And apart from this, uh, General Council is also a trade policy review body to conduct regular reviews of trade policies of individual World Trade Organization members. The General Council delegates responsibility to three other major bodies. Means here is other division, subdivision of General Council. So General Council is we can say General Council is subdivided as the Council for Trade in Goods, Trade in Services, and trade related aspects of intellectual property. So the Council for Goods oversees implementation and functioning of all agreements. So here we have discussed history, the objectives, and the organizational structure of World Trade Organization now. And last, we are discussing the members of World Trade Organization. The WTO has 151 members and 31 observer members, or we say governments. So those 31 observer members have also applied for their membership. So we can say the members represent over 95% of world trade. So here is another uh, important knowledge for WTO, that current Director General of uh, WTO is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and the WTO's headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. So that's all for now. We have already discussed the United Nations organization before this video in our playlist, uh, uh, international regional organization. So if you have not watched that video, you can watch, and link of that video will also be given in description as well. And further, many other world organizations such as WHO, SAARC, ECO, and many other organizations will be discussed under this playlist. So if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe and press the bell icon. And thank you for your precious time.